It is the magnanimous, the great, the brilliant Jack Black and Paul Rudd.
They're everywhere. Oh my God.
Do you know what sucks? I have a snake.
Oh, you do at home?
Well, yes, but it's loose.
No.
So my house is one of those homes that you walk into and there is a rogue snake flying around.
Seriously?
Well, not flying, slithering.
Right.
Its name is Lemon, and I was going to bring it here to show you guys, but once again, Lemon got out. By the way, Lemon gets out all the time.
Yeah.
But she represents.
So wait,
Yes.
did she get out of her aquarium?
Yes.
And do you try to keep it like a lid on it with books and stuff to make sure she
Yes,
doesn't?
I've even got snaps on the side now, like
Yes.
some type of diaper plastic prophylactic thing.
Right.
It's not working.
Doesn't sound like it's working.
This
No.
is the terrifying thing about snake pet.
You can't
is they
keep 'em.
will find a way out of the aquarium.
Every time. I've
The
tried two
aquarium is
different
empty,
aquariums.
And then you're like, we're looking around. Where is the snake? I had one. I was watching a snake when I was like 16 years old. A friend of mine had a pet snake, and he went out of town. He's like, can you watch my snake? I was like, yeah. And I had the aquarium in my room, and I woke up, and there was no snake in the aquarium.
Yeah.
And I told my mom, I was like, Mom, the snake is out of the... She's like, what? The snake is out of the... And we searched the whole house, couldn't find it.
And?
2 hours later, it came slithering out of the inside of my mattress.
Oh my God!
It found a little hole.
In the mattress!
And I've been traumatized ever since. I'm impressed that you're not scared of snakes. You have them in your home.
Lemon has been out and about many times, and, you know, she just does her thing. I also have a bearded dragon.
Oh, nice.
Named Jeremy. We don't know the sex.
Lemon and Jeremy.
Lemon and Jeremy, and they're kind of living in like a bunk bed kind of situation.
Are they friends? They like each other?
They're indifferent, but happily. You know, it's sort of like a reptile alley, if you will.
Sounds like
So
it.
And then we have
cool.
parakeets and cats and
That can't
You might want to keep the parakeets away from Lemon,
Yeah.
Really?
right? I mean, isn't that...
I thought it was the cats I had to worry about.
Yeah,
Well,
the
that
cats
too, yeah,
want to
yeah,
eat
that's-
the lemon, and so do the snakes. The snakes want to eat the mice. Don't keep it. Well, the snakes have to eat the mice. Here's the thing: I'm scared of snakes, but bearded dragons sound kind of cute.
Wait, is Jeremy here yet?
Wait, you brought the bearded dragon?
Jeremy's gonna come out.
Oh!
I'm sorry, I have to take this off.
I know, I got steamy
frickin' hot.
too on that
Oh my God,
snaky entrance.
so steamy that in fact I'm switching. Hold on, because you're not in
Also-
menopause, are you?
No, I'm not, but I feel like it's something. I just want to say though, that was the sweetest intro
It was-
I've ever
Oh my
received.
God, I just went off book and
I
was
really
like,
felt the love.
We were back there just kind of looking at each other and...
Thank you so much. This is. You
There you
both
go.
have wives and you understand.
We get it.
It's so real.
Yeah.
I want to wear the tie and the blazer, but right now there is steam coming from every
This is
part of my body.
Do you get hot flashes?
You know, I'm on estrogen now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not.
Yeah.
But
Good.
I tried progesterone. I can't.
Couldn't do it.
It did not work for me.
Right.
I was pulled over on the side of a freeway crying. But try progesterone. It might work for you. This is Jeremy. Thank you, Megan. This is Megan, everyone, who I work with.
Hello. I know I said that they sound cute, but now I'm scared.
No, Jeremy's the best. I got Jeremy from a pet expo
Hi,
in
Jeremy.
Jersey. And we walked in, and Jeremy was the size of probably that long and that wide. So like a baby, almost looking, you know what he looked like? A tadpole. Yes. And then I drove home and I Googled, and it said that this would grow to a few feet and live for 17 years. And I was like, okay.
I'm not scared of Jeremy anymore. I love Jeremy.
The best prescription for Christmas. It's to see Anaconda.
Yes.
So first of all, I woke up and I put Anaconda on just to get ready because it's in the credit sequence.
Yes.
And so here's what I think about Anaconda, if I may make it personal.
Yeah.
When we were trying to make the Charlie's Angels movies,
Get him on there. Get him on.
there are so many twists and turns. And when we made Charlie's Angels, all I kept saying is, I know this shouldn't make sense, and it ultimately probably won't work to take all of these genres and mix them into the gumball machine and hope that we come out with something cohesive.
Yeah.
To me,
Totally. Genre mix.
that is what your movie is. It is the best movie I have seen in years, and it takes
sweetheart.
all of the joy. It's Spielbergian.
Yes.
It's Goonies.
Oh, my God.
It's got. It made me think of making E.T. How do you do it? You
Oh,
did
my
it.
God, you-
It's the best movie.
Oh, my God. That is the best way to describe our movie.
This is what it feels like to be alive and to do an adventure.
I want to give a shout out to our director, Tom Gormican, who is going to be watching this and is going to be melting into a puddle of joy that you described his movie so beautifully.
Yeah.
Because it is a challenge. When you have a movie that legit has scary, terrifying parts, but also is super funny, it is a mixture. You have to ride this line, this very razor edge. Is my belly button showing? This razor edge of, Jeremy, you sweet petunia. Oh.
There we go. Perfect.
This feels very...
So I didn't have one reptile, but I have the other.
When you rediscover Lemon, is she always in the same place?
Sometimes she comes out of the books in the bookshelf.
The books.
So just try that on for size. I have a guest over. I'm like, by the way, there's a snake running around. It could come out at any moment. But you're fine, right?
Yeah.
You're okay with that.
What does Jeremy like to eat for lunch?
Crickets. And also a lot of veggies. All your leftover veggies goes to Jeremy.
By the way, it shows. Jeremy is jacked.
By the way.
I want to take Jeremy home. Can we have joint custody of Jeremy?
Yes, we can. We can. And
I'm going to take
by
you
the
in my
way,
carry-on.
Your wife is the most beautiful artist. Oh, my God.
Yes.
Did you know it was me screaming at you out of the car that day on Sunset Boulevard?
I was traumatized. Someone screamed, and then I found out later. I don't remember how I found out. Someone told me, you know that was Drew. I was like, what? So we kind of met. We have not. This is us meeting.
I am your
officially.
greatest admirer, and
my
we were
God.
walking down Sunset Boulevard, and I leaned out of the car and I screamed, "I love you, Jack Black! I love you so much!" And then the car just kept going.
Jack, I'm telling you though, I get it. Jack has that effect on people. It's pretty wild. I spent a few months with Jack, and it's fun to see people kind of see Jack in the wild. You know, they're unprepared, and there's nobody, I feel like, brings people more joy, right, than him. And
I couldn't agree more.
He does everything great, and his entire goodness and being everything just kicks out 110% in everything. And it's really fun to see people freak out over you.
Well, you both have been in these iconic films that we have lived with, and I was wondering if I could just pick your brain quickly on a behind the scenes with
go,
you.
girl.
It's behind the scenes! Okay, Alicia Silverstone was just here, and we talked about that it's the 30th anniversary. Fly on the wall moment. Anything come to mind when you see, when you think Clueless?
Oh my gosh, yes, I can't. Well, there's so much. I loved it. It was such a.
I know. How do you discern it into a panic
when I see
zone?
this picture, I think that was my actual shirt, and I never saw it again after I filmed. That was my Amnesty International shirt.
Because wardrobe took it in case you needed continuity.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where it is. It's in a lot. In a plastic bag somewhere.
So it was, I remember getting this job was Paramount. I remember going through the Paramount gate that I'd seen. This was
time.
it was all so new to me. This was the second kind of film I'd ever been cast in.
Really?
And I remember reading the script. As I was kind of going, I thought, this is really smart. It's really funny. And we did a table read when everyone was cast. And we all got together afterward, and we were saying, you know, we grew up with these John Hughes movies. Like, there was Pretty in Pink and Breakfast Club, and those movies were seminal to our generation. And it had been a while since we thought, oh, there's a movie with a bunch of high school kids and stuff. Maybe this will be like that. Never really thinking that was going to be the case. And yet, here we are, 30 years later, and people still watch this movie.
On repeat.
It's such an honor to be a part of something like that.
Well, you helped make it that.
Yeah.
When we launched this show, I was trying to find my voice in the pandemic. I had never done anything like this. I mean, I was on Carson at, 7 years old in '82.
Crazy.
Was
that for E.T.?
Yes.
You were great on that.
Thank you.
I remember it.
I took out my teeth.
Dude.
I loved him, and then I started coming on his show all the time, and I loved late night. My first crush was David Letterman and Ted Koppel.
God,
I was
course.
into these funny, but that isn't what we do. We're usually on the other side of it. So I was like, and how do I find my voice in this global pandemic? I thought, let me start by having movie nights with people. Yeah. And so we first premiered with School of Rock.
Oh, that was the inaugural?
That was the inaugural. And this movie means so much to me and my daughters. Mm-hmm. And it is, I mean, when you think of School of Rock, what comes to your mind?
I think when I first read it, it was like written for me by my friend Mike White.
The great.
Who's a genius, who now writes White Lotus.
And directs everything.
Continues to blow minds. But,
and he's in it.
He's
Ned Schneebling.
Yes, and it was the first role that was written for me, so it was like, oh my God, it's like he knows my voice, he knows my...
tailored it.
And I was just scared because I was like, I never worked with kids before. I don't know how this is going to work out. What if they don't like me? What if this is, they say the famous thing, never work with animals
or kids.
And I was like, all right, here we go. And it worked out perfect because it turns out I'm still a kid in a lot of ways. So we had this magical experience working together. And all those kids, I still keep in touch with them. And they're all 30 years old now because we made the movie 20 years ago. And it is the role of a lifetime. It really is the one that is the closest to my heart. Because I'm a rocker, and down to my core, down to my...
And you make the world a better place, and that's what you do in the film. Okay, I was late to this party, and I went on a date, and this guy showed it to me. And I knew I was late to this party, but I was like, finally, I'm going to get to see this movie that everybody's been talking about for 2 decades. Like, as if it's the most important masterpiece and classic cult film ever made. I get it. Wet Hot American Summer. I understand.
Oh.
I understand. Did you know, making it, that it would become this, phenomenon?
Not even close. No, we didn't even know if it was ever going to come out. I remember Zach Orth, who's another actor in the film, saying to me one time we were hanging out, he said, I don't know if this movie's ever going to come out. I just hope I get a videotape of it. That was how we felt, because it was so fun to do, and we felt like it was one of the first things that any of us had ever worked on that had kind of our own comedic sensibility.
And did you feel like you had creative control? Like, were
Totally.
you guys just in Cosplay City?
We were staying at an actual camp called Camp Tawanda. Uh-huh. And we slept in the bunks. We ate in the cafeteria. It was like being at summer camp.
Did you base your character on anyone? Was he an amalgam of guys you watched growing up?
It was kind of an amalgam of stuff, but I always kept thinking about Matt Dillon in Little Darlings.
Little Darlings is a seminal movie.
Yeah.
And yes, okay, now I'm so glad I asked.
If I remember, I think Matt Dillon had a bandana. That's why I did it in this. I'm like, I got to go for the Matt Dillon bandana.
And the movie is like every parent's worst nightmare. It's 2 girls go to camp. There's a competition of who loses their virginity first. Cue your nightmare. But when you're a kid, you're like, this is the best movie ever. Okay, you rebooted and reignited the whole Jumanji world. And I love it so much. We've seen every single movie. Heard there's a new one being made.
Yeah, the best one so far.
What are those like?
Okay, so I first got the script for Jumanji, and I was excited because I wanted to work with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Kevin Hart. It just sounded like a fun group. And when I read the script, I connected with the girl character because at one point, you know, I'm inhabited. Most of the movie, I'm inhabited by this girl, and it could have been played different ways. Like maybe I'm just being myself, but you know, the girl is inside me, but my voice is me. And I was like, ooh, I really want to do this where I'm channeling the girl because I had this girl character that I'd been doing since college years, just messing around, you know. And I had this girl inside me that I wanted to bring out for this movie. And I said to Jake, I was like, can I channel a girl character and really like sound and
Jake
look and be a
Kasdan,
girl?
the director?
Yeah, and he was like, yes, of course. And so that was my way into that movie where I really inhabited this other character, and it was an amazing experience.
Does that girl
me.
have a name?
It was Brittany. But I mean, does she have a name? Like, do I have a name for that character?
Yeah, your girl character.
No, I never named her. It's just something that I did. You know, just hanging out in the hallways and talking to people, and like, I don't know, it's just something
It does come very naturally.
I'm getting embarrassed now talking about it, but I have a girl inside me, okay?
By the way, my sense of humor is that of a 13-year-old boy. Like, I can't. Like, you say anything with like a slight entendre that could be Freudian in any way, and I will make a mountain out of that molehill. Okay, Anchorman, one of the best movies ever! I mean, you really do like embody these people and then like become them. Do you have a hair, makeup, wardrobe ritual? Do you have a voice? Do you wear a certain perfume?
That was all natural. All hair, that's the mustache, sideburns, all of it. But the thing that is kind of similar to this and the Wet Hot American Summer character is that they're guys who think they've got it all together and they're morons. And those are such fun parts to play. I will say that the script for Anchorman and the script for Wet Hot American Summer, those were two scripts that I remember crying reading. I was laughing so hard that I kept them and would just read them over and over again out of pleasure.
Oh my God.
There's two scripts that I've ever read, and those were the two.
God, I have
so
to read
well
scripts
written.
like that more often.
They're so rare. I mean, yeah.
Well, all I do when I read scripts is think about all the things I need to fix.
Yeah.
Like,
well, most of the time you're right.
Producer mode, or you're like, okay,
Yeah.
wait, this is good. I'm very conscientious because you both do a lot of ensembles and this was another thing that Anaconda nailed perfectly. I know your two characters right out of the gate. I know exactly who I'm dealing with. They're almost mini movies in themselves, and then everybody else gets equal shake. Well, this actually really speaks to my heart because, you know, hi, I'm a child of the 70s. Atari was like, that was, I mean, you guys.
Oh, you're talking about my first job now.
Yeah.
You're not the only child actor in this room. I was a child actor as well.
Decky, come on out here. Come on.
Decky? Is it Decky?
His back legs. Okay, here we go. There we go.
Does he get along with Jeremy?
There we go. Oh, and he bit his cast off. Okay. He has an owie. I'm sorry.
Oh, sweetie.
Now, it all went sour, didn't it?
No, it
Dougie
didn't.
had some stitches yesterday.
Oh, just yesterday.
Yes, and he got some teeth yanked, too.
Oh, my goodness.
Yesterday was not a fun day.
Trauma.
Doug's life sucks right now.
Doug, you're a mess.
Sweetie.
He has a cone and everything, but it's like a soft cone. It's... Yeah, anyway, that's Doug. Now you guys are in my house and you might be realizing why I've been single for 10 years.
Nuh-uh. It's nice to have sweet animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, but welcome to my house. There's a rogue snake, a dog with a cast on its arm, a bearded dragon. So yeah, you weren't we were kids acting. What did you think when you booked that job, and what was going through your mind when you were doing it?
Well, I was in heaven when I got that gig because I was a ham and I really wanted it. I wasn't one of those child actors that the parents are like, get out there and make money for the family. I was a child actor who was like, please take me on auditions. I want to be on TV. I loved it. I loved, getting up and doing like improv in front of the family, and whenever there was a curtain or a stage, I'd jump up there and put on a show. So I went out there, and I remember the audition like it was yesterday. They said, that was great. Could you do the lines this time like your real just real confidence? And I was like, sure, I can do that. And in my mind, I was doing jumping jacks because like they fell into my trap. That was like one of my superpowers of being overconfident. So like just last night, I was lost in the jungle with Pitfall Harry, and I got the part, and I was just like, and I was famous at school.
Yeah.
In like third grade, second grade, for about 1 week, and then it kind of faded away, and then I was like, I gotta get the next role. I was bit by the bug.
Yes.
I mean, when I saw you, I was like, I want what she has.
Really?
Well, because I saw you in E.T. and I cried my eyes out, and I was like, how can this kid have this much power at that age to be able to make me cry like that? And I was like, that's a superpower. And watching your career over the decades has just been a miracle because not many kids make it out.
No.
You know what I mean?
It is
Not everyone can be a Christian Bale where you're a kid and then you make the transition.
I'll take it.
Yes.
So, by the way, my daughter, who is 13 and a half, just had her bat mitzvah.
Mazel tov.
Thank you so much. It was very exciting. She really studied and did her best. She was amazing, and I'm so proud of her. But what I didn't know was that you were a bat mitzvah DJ.
Yeah, I was, yeah. And not just bar. And by the way, even a couple of beignets.
What's a benet?
That's two. It's boy, girl. Together you have a benet mitzvah.
I didn't know that, so you learn something new every day.
Yeah, it's a double mitzvah.
Well, I have a little B-roll
By
of
the
you.
way, look at that haircut. That is.
Wait, what is that?
So I had really long hair, and then I cut it all off, but I didn't realize, because I cut it, that you had to kind of do it properly. So it's all kind of one level. It looks a little bit like Hugh Grant in the 90s.
Yes.
After he's gone through like
9 months Hugh Grant.
9 months Hugh Grant, but maybe out in some of the humidity.
Bushier.
And,
Okay, we actually have a surprise for you because the girl who has the bat mitzvah, Gabby, she sent you a message.
No.
Yeah.
Hi, Paul. It's Gabby, the girl whose bat mitzvah you DJ'd way back in 1992. I remember that you were charming and that you were menschy and that you played a mean air guitar. Maybe you let me cheat a little bit at the limbo? Thanks for everything.
Oh, whoa. Oh, Gabby.
Oh, Gabby.
Gabby, I'm so touched. Limbo and air guitar. Two, you have to have those
I love that
skills
those are your attributes. She's like, I remember you did the best air guitar and you helped me with limbo. I did try to do limbo at a bar mitzvah recently. Fully hurt my back.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
you got to do your stretchies. You got to do your Pilates before you do the limbo.
You know what sucks? I do Pilates like 4 days a week, and you wouldn't know it. I'm just.
You get up on that Cadillac?
I get up on that Cadillac, and I move it, and I do it, and then after like 10 reps, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I've never done it in my life. I've never done Pilates.
I love it.
People love it. I know.
What is your health regime?
Just cardio and weights.
Cardio and weights.
Yeah, regular working out.
Okay,
but I'd love to try. I've never done yoga. I've never done Pilates, and it sounds pretty great.
Well, you could handle my type of Pilates. It's very old lady, and then I run home and I get on the couch with my remote control and my DoorDash. So I'm doing the bare minimum. I don't, physically, I've never been a jock. It just wasn't my thing. I started working at 11 months old. And all I knew that, there were just going to be a bunch of things that weren't for me or that I wasn't specialized in. But the thing I have always loved the most was maybe, just maybe, like we could be a part of a feeling. And when I saw that line outside of E.T. in 1982 and people lining up, I had such an awakening that people want to go and they want to congregate and they want to be together in this room and have those lights go out. And with all the faiths in the world, there's something very spiritual and religious too about a movie theater. And it's where stories are told and where people can laugh together and cry together and get scared and excited. And the one thing that all I wanted to do with those Charlie's Angels movies was to have people walk out of the theater and want to go live their life faster, brighter, and more adventurously. And I left Anaconda and we were like, we want to drive fast cars. We want to go run in this life and live it to its fullest. And that's what Anaconda does.
Thank you. That is the best review I've ever heard.
See, this is how unathletic I am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Douglas, he's still probably a little drugged out.
Yeah, I don't want to move. I don't want to move him.
He was on heavy anesthetics yesterday.
I am right now,
right?
so we're all set.
You guys, Anaconda let me try that again. The menopause also messes with your brain a lot, too. It's like, oh, God, after childbirth and menopause, you just go, oh.
My wife is always, my wife will be sitting around, she'll just go, feel the back of my neck, feel the back of my neck. She can't take it. She's like,
Paul?
Really? Is it? That's my wife.
Which, by the way, full circle, I was sitting with your wife at a dinner table at Eliza's wedding.
Yes.
And she told me about this movie because you were doing it at the time.
That's why I wasn't at the wedding.
And I was like, this sounds like the best movie I've ever heard. That sounds really challenging. God, how are they going to pull this off? Mission accomplished.
That's how.
Yes! Anaconda is in theaters on Christmas Day. I'm telling you, this is the gift we all need. And guess what? The entire audience is going home with tickets